Hello and welcome. It's The Chats. I am Manny. This program is for two, TWO, and you're welcome to join and see perhaps one of the most exciting twosome of our time.
Tunde and Wumi Obe are Nigeria's foremost showbiz couple, television and entertainment personalities, co-hosts of the now-rested Charlie Boy Show, business entrepreneurs, actor and CEOs of Copycat Entertainment. Tunde was born on August 26, 1968 in Lagos to a diplomat father, Emmanuel Obe. Wumi, on the other hand, was born a year later, on the 31st of July 1969, to the Aboderin family, reputed for decades of publishing in Nigeria. Wumi attended the University of Lagos, where she bagged a degree in philosophy, while Tunde studied history education at the Lagos State University, LASU. While in school, they both belonged to a Unilag band, Turning Point, where they met and grew their relationship. After graduation, the band split, but they stuck together. And in 1998, the duo got married shortly after their debut album, Sealed, with the name Tunde and Wumi, and was released on the Z Mirage music label. In the early 90s, they teamed up with Charles Oputa on the Charlie Boy Show with their hilarious sides. The hilarious Joker and Woman-to-Woman segments, which featured Tunde and Wumi, served as a spirit-lifting Saturday routine for Nigerians. Their second album, TWO 2, was released independently under the couple's Copycat Entertainment to officially launch their new brand, 2, after formalizing their union. This was followed in 2006 by the album 2 for Real, released by Alex Music, with hits such as Adukbe, Mogbomoya, and Like a Fool, among others. In 2010, another independent release, Too Legit, was produced by several industry lords like ID Kabasa, Puffy T, Rhymzo, and Foster Zeno. The album contained popular tracks like Fine Bara, Zombie, and Hit the Dance Floor. The couple has 5 musical and 2 video albums to their credit and are famed for being the longest-running musical duo in Nigeria. Tunde and Wumi Obe have known each other for 33 years, married for 23 years, and are blessed with lovely children.
Hello, Tunde and Wumi Obe.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good. Great to be here.
Well, let's talk about, first of all, your fondest memories of your early beginnings. Tunde, how did it start with you?
I was born into a diplomatic home. My father was a diplomat. He was an ambassador. So I grew up. We lived in different countries while growing up, from the US to Geneva. To my sister was born in Japan. Different countries. And by the time he passed on, he was the ambassador of Senegal, Mauritania, and Gambia when he passed on in 1978. So I grew up in so many different countries. And I think that really made an impact on me.
The lady looking at you, where did you find her?
University of Lagos in 1988. At that time I had been drafted in to become a lead singer of the group Turning Point then. That was Unilag. And she was also drafted in. And then we met each other for the first time. It was more like, oh, who's she, who's he? And nothing much. But I think later, she now kept on, looking at me like, you look familiar. It wasn't like a toasting line. It was actually true.
those are your words.
Those are the olden day lines.
Yeah.
So she thought I was my brother. Or she thought my brother was in King's College. I was in Greg's.
I was in Queens.
She was in Queens. So my brother and I look alike. So she thought, are you related to, are you? Then now, it's my brother. Then we became friends and that was it. I was starting point.
The rest is history, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I
That's
mean,
what they say.
Wumi, did you have a similar upbringing?
Well, yeah, well, no, because mine was purely in Nigeria, you know. But yes, I had a privileged background and all, but my parents, especially my mother, was big on humility, and she really, really instilled that in us. Never look down on anyone, always treat everyone equally. And for some reason, I think she instilled it so much in us that we never really understand or realize what we had or our position in society, or our status, our financial status, our pedigree. We never really realized that. It was when we got to secondary school and people were calling us Richie Rich, and the principal or the teachers, maybe they needed something done. The vice principal or something would call and say they need something put in punch. I should talk to this person, or I should call this person or explain this. That's when I realized that something was up, but it still didn't click, because we didn't realize that it was just like that. We go to anyone's house. In fact, we had some relatives who were actually staying somewhere in Agege, and their toilet was Shalanga. That's what they were using. And we looked forward to going to play with our cousins in that place. And there was hardly any road there. And we'll come there, we'll use their toilet. I use that Shalanga well. I mean, but for us, it was no big deal. They were this face me, I face you. We would sit outside the house, and we'll be eating, we're looking forward to the jollof rice. And also, it was like, this was just no big deal to us. And this is how we were raised. So I'm glad, I thank God for that up till today, that humility remains.
I mean, this gentleman sitting beside you is Smoothie. He obviously looks like one of them corn men. What did he say to you to convince you?
His mouth is sweet too. See, his mouth is very sweet. Before, when I used to introduce him, I would say, "Oh, this is my friend," or "This is my boyfriend." And then when they just put me aside, I said, "No, don't introduce me as your boyfriend. I'm your fiance. Tell them I'm your fiance." So I was like, "Okay, all right." And that was it.
Did he mean it when he was saying that?
He did.
We're here now.
He did, because I was from then on. I changed.
We're still here now.
No, but today, as many countries as you have traveled, when your father was alive as an ambassador, do you speak any other language apart from English and Yoruba?
Do you know I did? I did. And I forgot everything. I mean, because we actually, by the time we got to Senegal, we had to speak French. We were everybody, all of us, all my siblings, we all spoke French. Now nobody can speak French. Because both my parents, my late parents, spoke French fluently.
Let's talk seriously about your music career. I mean, you have had about 5 albums to date.
Yes.
Which has been the most challenging of them all?
I would say the third album. The third album, which is probably the most successful. I mean, success is always viewed in terms of sales and naira and kobo and reach and all that. So I think
can I nose into that? Put my nose in that. How much are you talking about now?
Sales. That time officially, I think we got 1,250,000 copies. So, that was the Mobomoya album, the Ajupe album, like a full album.
And we did a CD, VCD.
And then we did a VCD of that as well. So that was in 2000 and 2004. 2004, yeah.
You think that has been the most? Is that the most challenging of the albums you have produced? So far.
Simply because we were challenged. I mean, in the sense that Alex Music really wanted the best, and it's a lot of it took a lot.
We'll bring in a song and we said no, this is not happening.
Who writes the songs? Who writes the songs?
Both of us.
We both do.
Different songs. We would not the same. Like I can bring a song out, oh, this is nice, and then he may look at it and say, okay, let me add this. Or he can bring a song and say, okay, let me bring in the chorus. Or someone can just bring in a song and say, okay, let me just put the chants in there somewhere, so.
We always add and subtract.
But somebody will bring an
idea, and then somebody else will, and we work like a pair.
Who wears the trousers?
I used to. But I'm letting her have her way now.
I paid my dues.
She's paid her dues, So I want her to continue. She looks so young. You probably won't believe her age, but so I don't have to keep looking like this. I let her have her way these days.
How do you survive in these difficult times?
In Nigeria?
Yes.
I think
you guys look so great. You're not ruffled by the situation here in Nigeria.
Let's say God has our back. I give it to my wife. I give it to her. All along when we started, from the very beginning, I always had this concept of saving a large percentage of our earnings. And we were extremely busy at the beginning. I mean, we used to have shows like Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, so every week. We were so busy. So we were making so much money at the point that I realized that if we didn't start investing, this thing might not continue, this way forever. And she agreed with me. So we started doing, putting stuff away, shares and, things, investing in some businesses here and there. But then my wife woke up one day and thought to herself that, no, it's not just about putting stuff away and buying shares and stuff. Let's start putting physical businesses in place. And she started way back. Like, even when she started, it was like a joke to me. Like, she just started. But now, over the years now, she's, really established some good small, medium-scale businesses.
What has been your greatest satisfaction so far?
There are lots. But, because we're talking right now, the first thing that comes to mind was when my daughter gave me her degree certificate and it was a 2-1. I was really, really happy. And she just missed the first class by so little, so few points. And I was like, wow. Because she went into the university not wanting to even actually do that course in the first place. Then she excelled. So I was really, really proud of her.
What about you?
When I turned...
That was actually what I was going to mention.
Come on.
That,
everything is coming from one person now.
No. But that was the first thing that actually came to mind.
But why do you think two people do stay together for so long? We do have to have a lot of thinking from the same perspective. If you don't really think alike, how do you stay together for so long?
How long do you hope to continue with your music career?
I think for as long as God, gives us the grace, the talents, the ability, the health, the wherewithal, the finances, we'll keep doing what we're doing.
You already have all of that. Don't you? You already have all of that. And even
right now the music is no longer like about competition. It's about spirituality. It's about putting something out that you want to give people. And you put it out and you hope they receive it. It's no longer going to be like the way it was where you're trying to, can I be, so you're just all over the place trying to know. Music now, it's more at your own leisure, and then you're hoping that people will accept it when you give it to them. La 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 la.
Take a question.
Question 2.
Read out the question.
Share with us 5 tips on how to build a stable home.
Well, I mean, you are an authority now, it will seem, so share with us how to build a stable home.
Communication is key. Communication. You really, really need to talk to each other all the time so that you can know, where you all stand on issues. It's very important. Communication.
1.
2.
2, mutual respect.
Okay.
Very important. Mutual respect. You've got to not put each other down, and also not always downplay anyone else's ideas or suggestions, like whatever pertaining to the marriage, but pertaining to raising the children, because there can be disagreements, even when it comes to how the children should be raised.
Okay, so what is the 3rd point?
Find a happy place. A couple should find a happy place. I mean, you should find a mood where the two of you can always connect, away from the issues of the marriage.
What are the kind of things you do outside of music together that you enjoy really doing?
Watching TV, watching movies.
Like, we have a Friday night ritual. Every Friday we have TGIF. That's what we call it. So we're not talking about anything domestic, business. No, it's about gisting about things that really don't matter. Talking about the latest topics on social media or what's happening with the government.
Have you ever sat back for a moment and thought, what is going on in Nigeria?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
You can't but
every morning.
You can't but talk about Nigeria. I mean, to some extent, you're a little bit proud of some things, but you find that most things make you cringe, and most things are rather embarrassing.
What are the sort of things? What are the sort of things that embarrass you about the country?
Some of the decisions that are made. One thing that's embarrassing to me is that if we can't get to a point where we look at this person and say this person is a minister, so he deserves this, and this person is just an ordinary citizen, so he deserves nothing. If we can't get past that, we will never really have a country. People will always continue to be frustrated because it's not about where you're from. It's about the haves and the have-nots.
As parents, how does it make you feel about the future of your children?
It's heartbreaking, to be very honest. It's really heartbreaking. And it's like we feel bad. It's like, what have we brought them into?
Most of our generation, their kids are ending up abroad. And that's a sad truth. That's a sad truth. Most of our generation, all their children are ending up abroad. I mean, you put a child in school here. When my daughter got into the university, it was 3 years and 3 years. She was out. Here, you put your child into the university, you don't know whether she'll come out in 6 years, whether she'll be kidnapped. It's not really even about having. People are struggling to send I know people who don't have anything, who are sending their children to Ghana.
Are you happy with the industry as it is today?
The only aspect that I'm not happy with in the music industry now is the lack of respect for those that have been there before. If you look at what happens everywhere else around the world, people in my generation, people even older than us, I mean, we have our senior colleagues like, the Charlie Boys, the Oyeka Wenus, and, you find that a lot of them, everybody, the way the industry works is now is like, just push this set of people out of the way so that, we can have space. But it shouldn't be like that.
So have you thought of a collaboration? Have you thought of a collaboration with another person? How is it going to work?
On the last album, we did do a few collaborations with some of our younger colleagues.
Did it bring money?
The last album was not a financial success, let me put it that way. It's still online, it's still for sale, but it didn't move as fast as we thought it.
Well, obviously, you can't survive on music. Do you? So what do you survive on?
I brought you through the whole our gamut from the very beginning, where my wife had started putting like a joke, putting things in place from way back, and we thank God today we still have one or two things that bring in 5 cover here, 10 cover here, and we're surviving.
Can you put a name on that thing?
I do that Hair Freak Salon, United Airways DC Company. Yeah, about the local cuisine, local food, restaurants, and yeah, about the food. We have copycat business concerts,
where we still do jingles and
we do production and stuff.
For people,
What are the 5 items you take quickly along with you to an island? I mean, you can't obviously do without them.
I can't take car, me.
I'm not an item.
I'm looking for a loophole.
She's not an item.
Okay. Water is important.
Yeah.
Water is important. Mm-hmm. Something that you can make fire with. Lighter, flints, I don't know. A Bible.
Okay.
A Bible so you can stay grounded and connected to Baba God. I don't know. A pot. A pot. And maybe a machete to defend myself.
Very interesting. What about you, Wumi?
Yeah, similar to his. The machete, the Bible, those two. Yes, definitely. Something that will make me listen to music, that will give me a device. I don't know how. If I can listen to music with it, something that somehow that will enable me to listen to music. Something, I don't know.
A solar powered radio.
Yeah,
I know that on that special day you got married. You exchanged vows. There must have been a song that you guys played specially for yourselves.
They say we're young and we don't know.
Yeah.
We'll find out until we go.
Yeah, I got you, babe. We actually sang it. Our band was there, and so we actually sang it.
So you are not going to leave this stage without a song for us? So who's going to start with?
Baby, when I met you, there was peace unknown. I set out to get you with a fine tooth comb. I was lost inside. There was something going on. Mm-hmm. You do something to me that I can't explain. Pull me closer and I feel no pain. Every beat in my heart. We got something going on. Tender love is blind. It requires a dedication. All this love we feel needs no conversation. We'll ride it together. Making love with each other. Islands in the stream. That is what we are. No one in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world, and we rely on each other. From one love to another.
Well, clap for yourselves. You got to clap for yourselves, I think. Wonderful. So it's been really fun talking with you guys. I hope you enjoyed yourself too.
Yeah, so definitely was fun.
Thank you so much. Can I exchange my heart with you today? Oh yeah. All right. Thanks for being. Oh wow.
I still have a full head. I still have a full head of hair.
That is quite revealing. It's not dye, is it?
No.
It's not.
No, I'm just lucky.
Thank you guys for being on the program. It's been fun having you.
Thank you. It's great.
Right? That is the famous 2 TWO, Tunde and Wumi Obey, have shared a couple of minutes with me, and it's been really enthralling. I've enjoyed myself as well on the chat this week. I am Manny. See you next time. The Chat is produced by Channels Television. You can watch it again online. Just visit our social media platforms: Twitter, YouTube, Facebook.